Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here. Merry Christmas to everybody, or whatever it is that you celebrate. I hope you have a great and safe holiday. But I am back today with a new Viking Orations. I got another review for you, and this time I'm going to be talking to you about the brand new compilation release from the band Occulsed, entitled Parturition of Adulteration, out now on Everlasting Spew Records. And if you're not familiar with Occulsed, they are a death metal band from Atlanta, Georgia. Been around since 2019, featuring Jared Cave Moran on the drums. You've heard me talk about many projects that he is in, and he's got way too many to list. You have Kenneth Parker on the vocals and Justin Stubbs on guitars and bass. Of course, he is most well known for being in Father Befouled and Coffination, among others. As I said, this is a compilation release. It is 9 tracks, just a little under 27 minutes in length. And essentially what this does is it combines the band's 2019 Cenotaph to Putridity and 2020 Ceremonial Lifelessness demos on CD for the very first time, as well as give us a brand new song entitled Resiled Necromniscience. And yeah, I have been a fan of this band ever since I picked up the 2020 demo, and it was actually Cave who was able to help me get a copy of this debut demo, so thank you to him. But, they also have a full-length album out, and I thought that was great as well, so I was really excited to see that both of these demos were finally getting put on CD for the first time, as well as we were getting a brand new song. So if you've never heard of Occulsed before, what do you get with their sound? Well, the guitars have that old school death metal tone to them. They're dirty and raw sounding. You get a lot of mid to fast paced riffing, as well as some kind of slower, heavier riffs with some pinch harmonics at times. And then once you actually get into this second demo here, the production gets slightly better, a little bit less raw, and you get these kind of brief, chaotic solos every now and then. When you get into track number 4, enter into the Necrocultion, at about 39 seconds into that song, I love that really dissonant sounding riff that comes in here. And then you get into track number 6, Paralytic Salvation. At the 117 mark, this riff comes in. It can actually be heard several times throughout the song, and it has a really Cannibal Corpse feel to it. And of course, being that I am a huge fan of Cannibal Corpse, I always love when I hear riffs like that. The bass tone is thick, almost Alex Webster-ish in a way, but it tends to, more work in tandem with the guitars to build a wall of heaviness, and it's not really high up in the mix. But when you get into track number 2, Cenotaph to Putridity, about 15 seconds into the song, it gets a brief moment to shine by itself, so you can really hear the tone that it has. And then when you get into track number 8, Winds of Penury, at about 2:16, it gets another moment to shine by itself, though this time it has more of a for lack of a better term, like a warble to it, like a type thing. I mean, that was terrible. I apologize. But also, just before that little moment there, it has a really cool, another really cool, I should say, dissonant sounding guitar riff leading up to that little bass section. The drum production is very organic sounding, as per usual with Cave. I mean, he has a lot of great patterns, rolls, and fills. I absolutely love his double bass and blast beats on here. I mean, it's Cave. The man is just an absolute beast behind the drums. Everything I've heard him play on, his drumming has always been top-notch, in my opinion. Then Kenneth's vocals are a nice, low growl that brings to mind, in my opinion, Danny Nelson from Malignancy. And then at times he also kind of brings to mind Gurge from Lord Gore. And then finally you get to the brand new song, Resiled Necromniscience. That is a hard word to say. Here, the overall production is slightly more kind of polished and powerful, yet maintains that old school death metal feel. The vocals are still powerful, but have some reverb to them, just a little bit. The guitars still have the old school death metal sound, but once again, much like the whole song, it has a lot less of that dirty, raw feel to them, and a slightly more polished production. Not too overly polished, but, you could tell that they were, getting away from that more raw, unpolished sound. And then finally, Cave's drums sound more powerful and kind of forward in the mix a little bit, especially the kick drums. Those sound especially powerful. And to me, maybe it's just me, but there seemed like there was almost like a little bit of a reverb on his snare. Maybe that Could just been my ears playing tricks on me, but overall, really good song. Honestly, overall, I thought this was a really well put together compilation. It's nice to have both of these demos on CD so that the tapes don't get worn out from multiple listens over time. And honestly, you got to remember though, when you're going into this, that these are demos. So of course the production is going to be down and dirty, but not, like a total mess, or anything like that. I really love the new song on here with a slightly better sound, yet it still maintains that old school death metal aesthetic to it. And it has me really excited for a brand new album from this band, which hopefully we will be getting at some point now that this this compilation is out. I would give this a solid 9 out of 10. Go check this out. I will be leaving a link down below so you can check it out for yourself. Pick up a copy of it, and also pick up a copy of their full-length album. 9 out of 10 for me. Go check out Occulsed. That is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.